What up, YouTube? It's Misery Hits Company. In this video, we're going to talk about something pretty serious, and that is the CCC, or the end of the CCC in Marvel Future Revolution. What I think it means, and what I think also the most recent dev notes, which I covered in a previous video, why I said it was a little alarming. We'll talk about that and much more in this video, so make sure you watch it to the very end. Let's go. All right, so I'm not gonna have any like B-roll for the game right now. I just want to talk about it because it's very serious. So the CCC season 2 has ended, which is fine. That is what happened last time, and we were actually allowed to stay in the all the different unique Discord channels that we had. We got to keep our titles and all that in between seasons. They got an email saying if we were still interested in staying, and we got to say yes or no. Several people said no, but then there was like 3 core of us, myself, Wolfathor, and player 1 that stayed since the first one, since the beginning, very beginning. But this time around, they're doing things a little differently, and it's a little concerning. So this time around, we were not asked if we wanted to stay. Everyone was kicked out, literally everyone. So they deleted, they didn't just hide it, they deleted all the CCC channels. Which is why that is important, because if you join the CC after in season 2 and you weren't in season 1, they didn't delete anything. So you could just scroll up and see all of our conversations in season 1, even from previous CCCs that are no longer in the game. You could see all those conversations, which was fine. I mean, that you're part of the CCC. But now it means if it comes back, there's no history there, and we all have to reapply, which is fine. I'm okay with that. The CCC, I joined because I was new to this game, and that I needed a way of getting exposure to a new game that I was coming into. I've made YouTube channels for a long time now. I put a little bit more time in this last year, and have doubled down and making a little bit more videos than I have in the past, regardless of what game I was playing. But ultimately, I have been on YouTube for a while. So it was very interesting that it wasn't interesting. I had to find a way of kind of breaking into this genre of MCU, and more specifically MFR game. And in so, I felt like the CCC was the best way and most efficient way for me to kind of get my name out there, which it worked tremendously. I get a lot of views on my channels from you guys. I appreciate your continued support, and I love making content. You guys motivate me. The more views I get, the more interaction I get in my comments, the more I want to make more content for you guys that you guys are interested in, that will help you in your accounts. Because ultimately, I've tried a lot of different types of videos over the years, and obviously what helps the most, or what does the best, is the videos that help people. And I'm okay with that. I like helping people anyway, so this is perfect. But anyway, so now fast forward to season 2. Season 2 has ended, and it was an abrupt end. We were told that it ended, well, actually literally last night at midnight, and that everything would be deleted, and that they had no notice about season 3. Now, what does that mean? Well, at first, it didn't really scare us. It didn't really say anything. But then when they deleted everything and took away the title, it was like, well, wait a minute. That's very different than what happened last time. So what do I think it means? I think it means that the CCC is not coming back. I think it is very clear that there have been not a lot of success with MFR. Do I think the game is dying? No, I don't. I think that this dev notes was exactly what we wanted. We wanted a new playable hero. I mean, everyone hates the transmutation delay. So the fact they gave us that is fantastic news. But it is a little alarming when when it happened in tangent with this CCC situation. I don't think the CCC is coming back. Reason being is that I think that they're going to use this as an opportunity to save cost. I think that they had somebody who was in charge of the CCC that is no longer there, and is working with a different team, still part of Netmarble. And I think they're going to use this opportunity to not replace the position, and not fill that vacancy, and instead use it as labor savings, because that's just one more person that they don't need. So you can interpret that however you want. I have my own feelings. I think that it's smart business. It's a little frustrating to be on the receiving end, but I get it if that's their motive, is that the game isn't doing as well as they needed it to do, and they need to find cost initiatives instead of pulling the plug altogether. If this is an alternative option, then I get it. I don't need to be part of the CCC. That's not why I'm concerned. I'm concerned for the game. Because again, like I said, the dev notes and the lack of media or commercials or any type of promotion for the game having such a big update is very concerning. So if you're a spender, I would encourage you to trend lightly. Let's figure out the state of the game for Netmarble or Marvel Future Revolution and what Netmarble's plan is, and then do whatever you want to do. But right now it's a little concerning. I don't know if this is still a 5-year plan like we were originally told. We were told that it was a 5-year plan, that there was a contract for them to have the IP for 5 years. I don't know if that's still the case. It definitely feels like it's not, but I don't know how quickly the game will fully die. But I do think this is probably the beginning of the end. It could be a slow bleed out. It could be a pretty aggressive one, and we could be hemorrhaging. I don't know. I have no idea. I'll be honest with you. I have no idea. I do plan on making content for forever, I guess, for as long as this game is still an option and you guys are still watching my videos. I'll still make content for it. I still very much still enjoy playing the game. And with Wolverine coming into the game and me being able to fully transmute everything on Scarlet Witch, the game is very much refreshed in my eyes, because I didn't really play Scarlet Witch because I didn't want to until I got to fully play her with all the gear that I had made for her. So I'm very, very excited about the game right now. I have the whole 1-star challenge going on. There's a lot that I am enjoying in the game. Now, a lot of it is like induced enjoyment, because like the 1-star challenge is not the game telling me to do that. I want to do it. I think it's a very hard challenge. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And then Scarlet Witch, I deliberately didn't play. I maxed out all of her enhanced potential and all of her specializations, all of her skills. And then I have a very, very strong gear, cards, and badges to put on her. So she's basically a brand new hero now with transmutation being here. So I do think that the state of the game is a bit of a question mark, and the fact the CCC is likely not coming back unofficially, but if you read between the lines, it's definitely what it feels like, is very concerning. While not completely the end of the world, it's definitely raising my eyebrow of like, whoa, hold on now, what's going on? I have talked to several other CCCs. We all feel exactly the same way, which is that this is concerning. We all still feel like we are still going to make content for the game. And we were not in it for the 6K crystals. That's whatever. That's nothing. I will miss the drawings and the images that we were able to use for our thumbnails. That will be a little rough. But again, there's this crazy thing called Google that I can use to get whatever images I want. But again, it's more just the thought that if they're cutting a corner there, what other corners are being cut to adjust for cost savings? I don't know. I hope the game isn't going downhill. I hope that these dev notes were very much excited me, and not necessarily the dev notes, but the detailed maintenance notes. So I hope that this is not the end, but I hope this is just adjustments that they're making that I personally disagree with, and that's fine. I'll still play the game, and I just hope that we go down a lighter path here soon. But again, I'm still making content. This is not goodbye. This is just a very concerned content creator for the future of the game that he's been creating. So without further ado, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think about the dev notes, the maintenance notes, and the change to the CCC, and what you think it means for the game overall. I'd be happy to entertain any questions you have, because I'm not part of the CCC. I feel like I'm no longer contractually obligated to not say anything, so I can answer, I think, any question that you may have. And I look forward to any and all questions you do have. So until next time, guys, lock it in.